G'day and welcome back to another Semen retention episode. If it's your first time to my channel, welcome to the channel. We talk everything about semen retention, or in my case, Semen retention, self-help, men's improvement, spirituality, frequencies, all that kind of good stuff, I just finished a gig on this Sunday afternoon. It's probably about 5 p.m. Just walking to the bus stop, so I thought I'd make an episode tonight. I want to talk about how when you're on semen retention, I'm going to sneeze any second here, but when you're when you're on semen retention, your life feels like a bit of a video game, okay? So what do I mean by a video game? Well, think about it this way. Yesterday I had a day off from gigging. I usually gig every single day of the weekend. But I had Thursday, Friday gig, and I had a day off yesterday on Saturday. So I decided for a change, just to relax and, don't have to work really hard all the time. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play some video games. So I played Legend of Zelda, and that's something that I have kind of been putting off for a while because I've got a Switch and I've just never gotten around to really putting in some more hours since I first bought that Switch. So yesterday I probably played about 3 to 4 hours worth of Zelda and really started leveling up. So what happened was I actually ended up beating a boss, doing a whole challenge kind of thing, and then I just kind of got to the point where I was like, wow, like I really organized my kind of like player experience when I was playing as Link. So what do I mean by like organizing that player experience? Well, with all the fruit and the bugs and the meat and the fires and all that kind of stuff, I made heaps of meals. So then when I got into a battle, I was ready to fight someone. And then also I sold a lot of things that I never use and made a lot of money. And then I realized I literally do that in my real life all the time. And it's amplified on semen retention. Yesterday I actually sold a musical instrument for $250 when I bought it for $100, guys. So making a bit of a profit on that is like always good. But I guess also other things that, related to that whole video game kind of like perspective is if you sit down and focus on something, like, so for example, the goal of the video game is you got to get on top of this mountain, okay? It's a massive challenge. There's a lot of people in the way. There's always going to be some bosses that stand in your way. Literally, like you could have a literal boss that stands in your way in becoming the hero that you are. Or it could be like just some person, whether it's like a member of your family, it could be like someone you know growing up with, could be someone that you're associated with that's trying to hold you back from reaching the top of the mountain. The funny thing is that they're going to really resist you and where you're heading when you're on semen retention, when you're starting to level up crazy. It's like you've got some sort of like elixir. You got some sort of like, some buff where you're basically like leveling up 10 times faster than everyone else. And everyone else is like, no, you're a cheat. You're a cheat. It's like, well, no, I'm not a cheat. I'm doing exactly what I'm naturally meant to do, which is retain my seed. Unless, of course, I'm going to be with a high vibrational woman. And we intend on, procreating kids. So naturally holding onto your seed is going to make you level up 10 times faster than everyone else. And they're all going to be like, he's on a cheat code, They'll be like, oh, it's because he paid someone else to do this for him. It's like, no, I did that myself. I learned that myself. I used that semen retention brain to learn things. I used all those things to kind of level up and keep getting better and better. So whatever those people are on about, it's usually from a place of like just being a bit of a hack. Like they're just a bit of a loser. And you're just gonna have to cop that. Like there's gonna be a lot of losers out there that are just like really trying hard to justify why they suck at life. So the one thing that I noticed is that a lot of people, oh shivers, I think I've got to go on the other side of the road. Yeah, a lot of people will justify that loserhood. But yeah, anyway, so like the whole point that I'm trying to make is when you're on this kind of video game semen retention time, people are going to think you're using cheat codes. They're going to think you're on roids. You know, they're going to think like something's off, you know? So I don't know, what can you really do about it? But at the end of the day, I'm just like, you know, people say what they expect or what they think and project onto you, that it's like, whatever, you know? The other thing that I want to talk about is I watched Inception yesterday, and I'm sure you've probably all seen the film, or if you haven't, you should definitely check it out. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio in it. And, you know, the whole concept of the film, without giving away any like real spoilers, is that there's these interceptors, and the interceptors are the people that go like, and they start to like influence people on a subconscious level and all that kind of stuff. And essentially, like the aim of it is to kind of influence people within a dream state to, you know, get to a point where they start to make real life decisions that change their lives. And the whole like plot of it is essentially infiltrate this guy's dream to make him give away like his will, his fortune to someone else. And like that's the whole premise of the dream. So what I found is, like those people that call you a cheat on semen retention, you're going to also have those people that are infiltrating your dream, especially when you're vibrating at a higher frequency. It's almost like a defense mechanism. They just have to do it. Like, yeah, there's not much more you can really kind of go on about like how they do it. But I think it's like literally, I think people on a subconscious level, they don't understand they've got the abilities to intercept other people's dreams, and they've got this ability to hack into people's internal kind of spiritual software. And so what you got to do on semen retention is you got to understand that, like, if you're dealing with succubi, so succubus is a feminine spirit that essentially assaults you in your sleep and takes your semen. So that's the whole point of a succubus, is that they're like demonic creatures that just like harvest men's energy. So you got to understand that these people are using interceptions within your dreams because they want you to manifest them into the physical reality. So if you've ever had some sort of connection, like, you know, either spiritual or even just a sexual kind of connection with someone else, you better believe that they're going to be harvesting your energy within your dream. They're going to be trying to get inside your subconscious and pull you into their reality in the third dimension, right? So I'll summarize what I just said in case you're just wondering, what do you want about, okay? So in your dreams, people can intercept in your dreams, hack into your subconscious, and then pull you into the physical reality, or influence you into making decisions within the physical reality that you wouldn't have done without their influence. So like, let's use an example. Let's say I go inside your dream and I'm saying purple elephant all the time, purple elephant, and then suddenly in your real life you can't stop thinking about purple elephant, and then you see a purple elephant and you're like, oh wow, there it is, there it goes, there's the purple elephant. Oh, maybe I should go buy a purple elephant. And then you realize that it was some sort of like subconscious hack. So this isn't just related to like people that you know, like, you know, dark spirits, spiritually like manipulative people, narcissists, all that kind of stuff. This also is done by corporations and businesses that want to hack inside your consciousness and cause you to make a decision. Before the US election, I even had a dream about Donald Trump, and he was like a robot version of him, but it was like a skeleton robot, and his head was the only thing that was left of him. And it kind of scared me because I actually like Donald Trump. I think he's kind of funny. I think he's actually a good leader. Like, I think he does make some critical calls, and that's important for any leader, whether you agree with them or not. A good leader always makes decisions. And anyway, so the whole point is, like, I feel like he's on a level where he's got the ability to go into people's subconsciouses. I think he's a master of words, and he knows how to use words and the way that he presents his words in order to plant subconscious seeds in your head, therefore manipulating a whole population into voting for him. And that's how you use that kind of stuff to, like, essentially win power, gain power in the universe. Like, I remember in 2016 when he first got elected, and I just thought, we're living in the Matrix. Like, there was this shift in my brain that was like, we are literally living in the Matrix. And I had many awakenings before 2016, but that, as far as like an individual's impact on shifting timelines, shifting realities, causing reality to bend to their own will, is like, that's shocking kind of stuff. So look, I want you to understand that all this kind of stuff considered, this all comes from a place of being able to harness your abilities. And as a bare minimum, if you want to defend yourself from other people's spiritual attacks, if you want to defend yourself from subconscious seeds being planted in your brain, if you want to empower yourself in order to walk in a straight line towards where you are actually wanting to be, like on your purpose, you have to practice semen retention. Semen retention will be the elixir. It will be the thing that keeps your spine straight and unbendable. You will become the immovable object. You will become the wise saint, you know? That's what we do. So, guys, I just want you to figure this out, okay? Like, there's so many traps out here. There's so many things like the material, like benefits. You know, you can get sucked into buying new cars. You can get sucked into continuously buying clothes. You can get sucked into living a hedonistic lifestyle. You know, you can do so many different things that just pull you down into the pit of hell, essentially. That's what it is. Dante Inferno, you know? So Dante's Inferno is about a guy's journey towards the depths of hell. And at the bottom of hell is where Satan lives. And that's the whole story of Dante's Inferno, okay? So you got to understand that that's where you're going to go when you get manipulated by people like that. So when you are able to reverse the sequence of falling into Satan's grip or into hell frequency or into what we could just call a negative frequency, or a low vibration, or a sub vibration, meaning below zero vibration. What's going to stop you from falling below baseline vibration is semen retention. It's so easy. And then what happens after that is you go through the purgatory process where you eventually start shedding all these dark entities, influence from you. You can see the moon behind me. So there's a full moon, Scorpio full moon. So, I don't know. If you're going to go through the purgatory, you're going to find that a lot of people that you thought were with you, they're not with you. And just to give you one little giveaway of Inception. In Inception, when the subconscious becomes aware of itself, everyone starts to look at you. So in Inception, in the dream world, all the NPCs, all the people that live in the dream world, what they call projections. So those people start staring at the main character. They start staring at the guy that's living in the dream. So if you think about it this way, if you're on semen retention, you got that hero energy, you got that celebrity kind of energy. People are going to look at you because you're a disturbance in the force. You are literally a disturbance in the force. You create shockwaves on an electromagnetic level. Your voice has the ability to carry across like miles and meters. Your vibration is going to like literally threaten people's existence because it's so pure, it's so high vibration and powerful. So that's the kind of things that you just got to like stay on board with. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up there. But essentially what I want to say is, that's my spill. It's like life feels like a bit of a video game. You're like the main character at times. You're just like, playing Zelda. You're collecting all the things. You're beating all the bosses. You're leveling up. And people are going to think you're cheating. You're not cheating. You're not doing any of that. You're just living your life on semen retention. The other thing is dreams and subconscious seeds and planting. Like, these parasites are going to get you. They're going to always try and get you. The agents from the Matrix, they're always going to try and get you. The woman in red is trying to get you. These are all the temptations. These are all the booby traps, the hurdles, the potholes you're going to have to jump over, the punishments, the semen retention penalties. Shout out Alpha T Fitness. So, with that being said, hope you enjoyed watching. My name's Stephen. You're watching Semen Retention. Like and comment. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy my videos. Check out the other things. I'm going to be doing some more live streams during the week. So I think I might even start one off tomorrow morning very early. Potentially like 4 a.m. if you're all up in Australia. But that's probably about Sunday evening for all you American people. I'm going to be doing a live stream. So that being said, enjoy the rest of your week and I'll catch you on the next one. Catch you guys.